This is the door to my cellar, or the cave as it's called here, and today I need to do some pretty important maintenance to the wood burner which heats up my central heating system. So I shall take you here. It is a little bit dark, so I'll probably need to put some sort of lighting in here for you to see properly what's going on. This is the wood burner that heats up the central heating system. It is quite a large one, so I can put in wood that is at least 1 metre long, and well, as you can tell, it is very, very big, plenty of room in there. I've got a cold, so I'm going to be sniffing a lot, unfortunately, and it has also spurred me on to realising, you know, winter is imminent and I need to get this sorted so that we do have central heating when it gets very cold. It is a dual burner. We also have this, which is it's the motor, if you like, for the oil, to burn oil, so that I have the option of using wood or oil. This does not work, probably just as well, because oil is very expensive and not the best thing to be burning, whereas wood is renewable and there's plenty of it right outside my doorstep. So I've got plenty of wood. So this is really a very efficient way of heating my house. The tank here is for hot water. It used to be the only way I could get hot water here was to have the fire going and then for it to heat up the water. I've now got a different type of heating system for the hot water, which is, they call them ballons, which are very large tanks that heat up overnight and then you've got nice hot water all day. This still does work, but it was just ridiculous to use it because I'd have to make a fire in summer just to get the water even warm. It also takes about, I don't know, a good 4 or 5 hours to heat up. So that's a lot of wood to burn to make the tank hot. It also, like during the winter, for example, if you want to heat the house, you can't have it heating both systems. You can't have it heating the hot water and the radiators at the same time. At the same time, you'd have to flick this switch or this lever and choose which one you wanted to use. So it really wasn't the best setup. So now I just use it for the radiators. And it does work pretty well. I suspect the radiators, the system itself could probably do with an overhaul, like finding a different way of running the pipes, because they do tend to all go upstairs to the attic and then come back down into all of the rooms. So every time they go up into the attic, they're going to cool down, even though they're covered in insulation. So it does seem probably not the most efficient circuit for the central heating. But for me, it's absolutely fine for now, and it does work. So I'm so thankful we've got it. So these are the flue pipes that connect the back of the burner to the chimney. And I need to take all of these out and give them a good clean, as well as clean the burner itself. This year, I think, is the first year that the government in France have brought in a new legislation that says that you cannot clean your own chimneys. You have to have a certified chimney sweep to do it. I can understand why that is, but it is a shame for people who can do it properly themselves. But that's not an option anymore. You have to get somebody official to do it. Mainly if your house was to burn down, your house insurance won't pay out if you haven't got this certificate from the chimney sweep. So there's no way around it. I will show you the chimney. It's actually a block chimney that's been placed on the outside of the building, and it's got a little access door right at the bottom so that you can sweep up the chimney. ready. When the burner is being used, you can lift up this little door, like that. So we can let more air in. Pretty much do that when we're starting the fire off. And then once it's got going, you just close it down. And there's a little window here. Oh, that needs cleaning. So you can look in and see how it's doing, so you don't have to open the door. This was the setup of the central heating when I bought the place. I have put new flue pipes in, but I just copied what was already there. Ideally, I get away from the 90-degree because it's not an efficient way of burning, because everything does just clog up on this side here. So all in all, this is not a very efficient way of using a flue and a burner at all, because also, you know, it's going up here. You've got a 90-degree there, 90 there. When it goes into the chimney itself, there's another 90. So it's a very convoluted way for the smoke to leave the burner. I can't see a thing. Oh. It's going to wind me up. It is not the most convenient place to get into either. I'm going to leave these flute pipes off once I've cleaned them. That way the chimney sweep can have a look at them and see if they need any more cleaning. So this house comes with two chimneys. This one, which is used for the wood, and then this one would have been used when they were burning the oil. But as I'm not using any oil, I've blocked that off. It's also been capped off at the very top as well because hornets kept nesting in it. This is the back of the burner, and as you can tell there's lots of soot and stuff there. This burner did have a little hatch at the back so that you could open it and then clean it. But this, I don't know if it had not been used for ages, but it's absolutely sealed shut. So now the only way I can clean this is to put my hand in. But there is a paddle, you know, the ones that to allow more air in or less air in. There is one here, which means it's really quite tricky to get your hand in there, but anyway, it has to be done. Right. Ouch. Right, fills the trade, that, and that. Over, I think. Pretty good. Okay. Those are the two little trapdoors to clean the chimneys. I would actually like this to be taken down, and I've bought internal flue pipes. So when I do put the new burner, the flue pipes will be on the inside and will come out of the house up onto the roof rather than being on the outside like this. All the rendering around the chimney was all cracking, so we had to put some sort of support around there just to make sure that none fell off. Well, that's me done for today. I'm feeling really sooty and yucky, so I'm gonna hop in the shower, and then I've got sewing I need to do because in exactly, well, just under 2 weeks, yesterday, I have got a Christmas market that I'm participating in, and I'm just trying to make as many bags and little gift items as I can. I'm only doing the one Christmas market this year, so it's not too much pressure, but still, I'd like to have a nice selection of items for people to see. Hey Mikey, should we go inside? Shall we go inside? Hey? This is Mikey Doodles. Mikey Doodles. Righty, let's go. Oops. Brambles are coming back. Ooh. Come on then, let's go. Now before I go in, I thought you might like to see another cellar or a cave that I have. Now this one is underneath the barn. As you can tell, nobody's been in here for quite a while. Oh, there, okay. Let's see if I can open the ivy has grown. Alrighty, I've bought my torch because I don't think. No, no lucky. Much more in its original state. In fact, they were even. They're still here. Here they are. There's even some pickled. Well, I think they're French beans. I can't see anything on the label that says a date. Oops. Now these are like troughs, and these troughs would have been filled with either soil or sand, and they would have used them to store vegetables, carrots, apples, basically so that you could have fruit and veg during the winter. I mean, the temperature here is pretty consistent, I'd have imagined. And of course, there would have been a section for wine. I think my light is actually going. There's something in that one. Oh, that actually looks like meat. Oh, yes. There's another one. My gosh. Oh, is that a date? 1999? There we go. Not super old. And some more up here. Oh, yes. Lovely. So that's my other carve.